Hi, welcome to week 2. As we explore the 8 limbs of yoga, I want you to know that it's always okay to go back and kind of review the material we covered. That's a kind of a nice way to say, if you feel like you're behind, you're not. You can always go back and you can review the material and kind of internalize it over time. It's important to note, and I think that I need to remind people this a lot, there are people out there that study this their whole lives. So take your time. So let's begin. The niyamas are the second rung of the 8 limbs. So in the first rung, we worked with the external world, with the yamas. With the niyamas, we turn our focus, we turn our intent toward the internal world. And so that's where we'll keep our focus the second week. The essence of the niyamas, and kind of like the punchline of what I want to tell you today, is this. As long as you have a pursuit that you love and you do it for the right reasons, eventually it's going to flow freely from you. As long as you work hard at it and you study it, you become an extension of it. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that later, but here's some more details on it. The 5 niyamas are observances, is what they're called. Personal practices is really nice for disciplining your morality. They're actions that we take as citizens of the internal world. So in the external world, we use restraint in our actions and our thoughts and our speech. We went over that in great detail. For the internal world, the personal world, we perform self-training practices. And in a similar fashion as the yamas, the niyamas also rely on the disciplining of our thoughts, our speech, and our actions. So the niyamas are practices to strengthen your character and bring about a sense of just like joy and happiness in all things that we do. The 5 niyamas are this. The first one is saucha, which means purification of your mind, your body, and your surroundings. The second is santosha, which means contentment. The third is tapas, which my favorite definition is disciplined use of energy. There's another one that's kind of an expensive word. It's called austerity. The 4th niyama is svadhyaya, which is, it's kind of like self-study or study of spiritual texts. And then the 5th and final one is ishvara pranidhana, which means devotion and surrender. In the Yoga Sutras, the observances are given to us as a means of establishing self-mastery. And as we work with the niyamas, we create and maintain this really strong vessel for like a voyage. We went back to that analogy. The voyage, of course, the destination is enlightenment, union with the divine, or also known as samadhi. That voyage requires a lot of discipline and a lot of strength of character. So the purpose of the niyamas is to do those things, is to strengthen your character and to establish discipline to continue a spiritual practice. You see, these 5 observances work together. The practices of purity and contentment and discipline and introspection and devotion, they're all able to be integrated into your daily life, moment by moment. So again, I want to come back to the essence of this. The essence of the niyamas are that if you're able to do something that you love, and you're able to do it for the right reasons, it flows from you. And if you're able to work hard and study it, eventually you become an extension of it. You become its instrument.